Okay, well, I'm cooking and brainstorming at the same time. I don't feel like writing memos anymore because I don't have enough storage. Anyway, we're back to inflation. The best way, in my opinion, to deal with inflation is to build our own supplies. And right now, I really am opposed, and I really mean it, any type of imports of gas, natural source of energy, uh, the oil from other countries. We don't need to import any of these. I mean, the politicians say enough that we have the ability to build these things. So why can't we build our own supplies, our own energy? And yeah, I know the Democrats are really into electric vehicle. That's fine. I mean, I'm not opposed to whatever their wishes are, but be smart about it. Always mix your basket. Never put all eggs in one basket. You know? Because what if something goes wrong with electric? Have you ever owned a true electric car? I mean, everything's electric. If one fuse go out, basically it's affecting the other components in your car. Well, the same thing. Why are you putting everything in one basket? And to me, if America can drill and get our own oil, get our own natural resources, our own gas, our own energy, and be independent, more power to America. Thank God for the opportunity. I think the government need to stop the red tape and let them do it. Let's do the right thing. That was one of the inflation costs. And why are we importing the people that's supporting terrorists? You people call me terrorist. You people put me on the watch list falsely, for revenge. And here we are. You people go spend billions of dollars to buy from the regime that known to support terrorists. Come on, man. You people are smarter than me. You know my level of education. What's your level of education? You should know that. So no, I don't think. I think to import to depend on them, on the oil and other natural resources, and especially to buy from the people who has the history of supporting the terrorists who has attacked us like in the past, 9/11. Do we want to support those people? I hope the Democrat wake up on that part. I mean, hey, if electrical vehicle, that's your thing, that's your, agreement with them. Hey, and if you think it helped the climate, okay, I'm with you on that. But don't put all the eggs in one basket, and please don't support anyone who wants to hurt our country. So don't buy anything. In other words, don't buy any from anybody, okay, who provide the support to the terrorists. Period. How dumb can we be? Are we supposed to be the top leader of the world? And here we are, we go by from Venezuela, from Iran. I'm not talking about the people itself. I'm talking about the regime that actually harm the terrorists. They're not harm the terrorists. They're actually taking care of the terrorists, provide for the terrorists. Why are we doing that? It just not make any sense. And then we're screaming about inflation because we spend a few dollars more on the gas pump to support the children dying at the hospice care when it's not even their fault. It's like the last day of their life and they get bombed in their hospital. Politics suck, really suck, because these people have the power to change the life of the people, to prosper our country, but it seems like everything backward, And the only time it looks like they care for anybody is the time that they want to win. And it's just gross, No, don't import the oil, don't import the gas, don't import anything. America is capable of creating our own manufacturing job, manufacturing resources, manufacturing the oil, the energy, it can become energy independence. Let's not go there anymore. Let's stop destroying our country. Let's really build it together. You know, um, Screaming about inflation, let them start drilling. Screaming about inflation, let them start producing. You know, so to me, the answer are out there. The question is, who will be doing the right thing? Or is it because the pocket go first before the next right thing? So, all right, I'm gonna find. I will not. Well, after I move, I probably set up a little thing where I can do maybe my own videos. I'm not ugly. It doesn't matter what they call me. I love to put myself on video. I'm not afraid of that. Any right lighting, makeup, hair, boom, voila. You're the cutest little thing. But the point is that I want to be doing this type of segment because for me, and if I put on video, put on YouTube, whoever want to hear it. The point is this, the solutions are out there. The question is, do they want to do it or not? They know the answer. Trust me, they're not stupid. They're Harvard graduate, they're lawyers, they are the elite people. They're not getting wealthy for no reason. They have to be smart enough or crook enough to get the way around, So, but the solution are out there. Inflation is not hard to fix. They're screaming like it's a big deal because it's an election thing. But really, let's start drilling. Okay? It may take 10 years, whatever, fine. But let them get going. Forget the red tapes. And hell no. Why do you want to import from Venezuela? Why do you want to import from Iran? Why do you want to import, especially the country. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the regime itself with the history supporting the terrorists. Doesn't make any sense. And here you are harassing American like me as a terrorist, domestic terrorist, when people speak up to do the right thing. So, it's like America is going backwards here, not forward, Like I say, if you're going to talk about screaming inflation, let the Americans start drilling. Let the corporations start drilling. Let's do something right. Let's start producing. We don't need to import anymore. There is nothing that we import in America. From import from other country like China and other country that America cannot produce. But America has to find a way that, hey, if you want quality item, you have to pay a little bit more. Because the reason a lot of people turn to cheap items, like Walmart stuff, everything made in China, because that's when we can only afford it. So if America wants to be winning the consumer too, they need to be learning to produce where it's affordable for the Americans to buy. Not everybody has to have a fancy taste. Not everybody has to have a quality. Sometimes people just want functional item, but reasonable price. You know what I mean? So have a diversified market. Why China is so successful? They cater to us, to the poor. They cater to the cheap. Everything's cheap, cheap, cheap. And guess what? They're not cheap. Because you go in there, you buy, just use the 99-cent store. 99-cent store. You think you go there, I just gonna get this for 99 cents. Next thing you go out, your bill's 20. For my sister, my God, sometimes her bill's like 40. I'm like, what the heck did she get? But it's like I keep joking with her. You have a house full of 99 cents items, Trang. But here's the thing. They're not 99 cents. You go in there, you don't buy one. The mentality of marketing, it's only 99 cents. The next thing you go out, $20 at the cashier, 15, 20, 25, 50, easily. So, let's start building America within America. Okay? Then, don't be cold-hearted. If there are a country who needs help, reach out. Didn't God say, share your blessing? You know? But do the right thing, because how would you like it? People keep mocking you, knock on your door, keep wanting, let me have this, let me have this, let me have this, let me have this. And then they do nothing to their life. You know why people hate me? I don't make much money. I only make good money this year because finally they pay me for protection services. I used to be only make like about $2,000 a month. Do the same thing I do now. Never change. But you know what? My sister never starved a day. She never have a day look dirty without nice clothes to wear. Even when we're on the street. Oh, they always look so nice. They look like they have money. But it's how you spend. It's important. There's certain things, yes, I have to buy expensive because I like to have it last, especially things that we have to use every day. But you don't have to be overly spend. If you get $800 a check a month and you go buy $200 shoes, well, there, you screw. That's no way to spend. And don't go scream, oh, inflation's so high. I can't afford to pay my gas. You know? Just be realistic about it, you know? So here, my solution, in my opinion, and in my own debate, while I'm cooking, this is where I get my brainstorming. I'm not going to write anymore. I'm just going to do my recording, and then maybe later on after we move, I will put myself on screen. Because I'm not ugly as they call me ugly, but that's their problem. That's not my problem. But here's the thing. To fight the inflation, the Biden administration needs to allow the corporation cut all the red tape and let them get going with the trillings. Okay? Whatever the reserve oil you have now, save it for America. Because obviously Europeans, some of them already say they cannot do it yet. So why are we keep give it to them if they cannot do anything? They still continue the business with Russia. So I would save those, whatever the reserve oil we have, the barrels we have, for the Americans. That may save the inflation. At the same time, start pumping, start producing. You know, talk is cheap. Let's go. Forget the red tape. Forget that. You know, it's not working. And, you know what? Again, when you help people who truly in needs, like in this case, can you go to Ukrainian war and live there for one day without affecting you emotionally, mentally? You know? So $1 or $2 more on the gas pump, let's do it. You know? But here's the thing. I will not continue to support the countries that continuously get the money from America every freaking year, and the people were still starving and broke and try to run away from their country, go to the border. You know, I'm not going to be mean to certain country, but hey, if your country receive millions, billions, year after year after year for the last, since 1960 something, and your country is still poor, still broke, people don't have anything to eat, then America needs to stop giving them money. Because what you do, you're giving to the corrupted people. You don't, and then that's why the civilians are dying and still hungry, and that's why they try to cross the border. See, it's all about budgeting. But then they know, it's not like they don't know. But you know what? It's again back to corruption. Back to greedy. Okay, let me rub your back a little, and I rub yours a little, and then no, fuck them, let them vote, you know, and then they laugh, and here we are, we go vote for them, you know. So it is like, give the money where it needs to be given. Like in this case, in Ukraine, okay, you may say, oh, they're the corrupted country, They, but not all the country. Not all the civilians are corrupted. I don't think they are. But more likely, the leaders, maybe. You say it, I didn't say it. But this is not the time to condemn them. End the war, and then if you really have evidence that the leader is corrupted, take him to court. You know? So, but right now, people are dying. Our country, people are suffering. Stop the selfishness. Stop the politic things. You know? Start drilling. That's all I'm saying. Stop the red tape. Start drilling. you know. And with the senior people, let me tell you how you can help them. Food are expensive. Senior doesn't drive. Most of them don't drive. Most of them get free transportation, unless like my father, he doesn't get help on any of the government assistance because he's well self-made, self-retired with his own incomes. He's not qualified for any of them. And there's a whole bunch of senior like him out there. Okay, so help them with the lower prescription drugs. You know, some of his prescription drug cost him $200. One of them I even have to pay for it, $500. Help those senior lower the prescription drugs. The one that can sustain themselves, get no benefits from the government because the income is the retirement income is decent, is above the poverty level. For the senior who receive security fixed income, that means and can get help from the government. First of all, they don't drive, so you don't have to worry about the gas money, but increase their food stamp. You can do that. You have a lot of money left over for the COVID-19 rent apartment. If people cannot pay rent, use that budget, okay? Switch it over to food stamp for the senior and the disabled on fixed income, and give them like $200 more a month or whatever. You know, transportation, they don't need it. They have access. They have, they have access. They have local ride, Orange County ride, whatever. They pay 25 cents. What's there to be screamed about? But what they need is utilities. Help them with utilities bill. Help them with food. So take away the money. I'm sure you cannot say you don't have it. I'm sure you have the budget left for COVID-19 apartment rental that you offer to pay them. Use that money, increase the budget on the food for the senior and the disabled, and also cut out their taxes on utilities or offer, well, they also already got discount on utilities. So maybe just the food that you need to work with and cut off the taxes or whatever. You know, for the rest of us that working, I believe we can. We just need now to cut down our cost of living. You know, unless the steak is on sale, as much as I enjoy the steak, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't pay, over $10 for a piece of steak. No. The same thing. Oh, I love king crab. Who doesn't love king crab? But I'm not going to spend like $200 for a box of king crab. You know, that's crazy. That $200, what if my sister have a needs for emergency of medication? So there are things that we can learn to live beneath your means. And let this be a lesson. Learn to create your own budget. You know what I'm frustrated about? Sure, I can go out and rent now for $2,000 an apartment, but the moment I'm sick, she's sick, who's going to pay her rent? You end up in the hospital, you go home, you're homeless. What's the point? So I always try to find rent where no matter what had happened, the fixed income can still cover it. But right now it's impossible. It's really impossible. You know? And at least you guys more luckier than I am. You're not being hate. I'm being hate. So if I even start buy myself a computer, guess what? They will hack that computer. What good can I do online? If everything I bought electrically, they will come and hack it. So you guys have better opportunity to create business at home. They stole all my inventory. They're enjoying it. They even sold an auction it. So don't use inflation as a tool to get people vote for you. You want people vote for you? Create a solution. That's how you're going to get vote this time. I don't care if you are Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. You want to earn the people vote? Come up with a solution. People are getting tired of listening to the whining, to the complaining, to bring out, oh, we have this problem, we have that problem, inflation this, inflation that. Well, gee whiz, what can you do for us? What can you do for the country? Come up with a solution. Then you get people vote. No more fighting. No more nasty pins calling people name. You lazy. You're not entitled to this. Or oh, you selfish. And what kind of Christian blah 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 are you? All that doesn't mean shit anymore, really, if you ask me. And whoever still continues to campaign that way is pretty much outdated, if you ask me. You know, that's all. You know, so unless you come up with a solution, you're not gonna get the vote. And that is my 2 cents for the day. Bye.